Okay, y'all. So I have made Nigerian Puff Puffs before, but it's been a long time ago. Maybe like a year or two ago, I made them, and now I just had a taste for them. So I was like, okay, let me start and try to make it again. So this is the stuff that you're going to have to use, which is really simple and easy. 9 times out of 10, you already have all of it in your house. So it's not like you got to go make a special trip. But if you don't, it's just simple and fast. Just one quick trip and you'll have it. So you want to have you got to have some yeast, instant yeast. If you don't have instant yeast, and then you got to proof it. You got to have flour. I will put the measurements down at the bottom of how much you will have to use. But that's flour. You need some sugar. You would need some nutmeg and water. Warm water. You need warm water. All right, so let's see. All right, so you will need your instant yeast. I don't have to proof it because it's already instant. So you just have to take and put the yeast in with the flour and put it inside the bowl. Put your flour on up in that bowl. Get your yeast, your sugar, put the sugar in there. Yep, go ahead. You gotta stir that up good. Yep, that's the yeast. Now mixing in. And that's the warm water that you got to mix up in there. And then you stir it. Which it was hard for me to stir and hold the camera because I couldn't find my tripod. As always, it's always somewhere. So I was trying to hold the camera, but that's how it looked after you stir it all up. Yep, that's how it's going to look. And then after that, after you get it to look like that, you see how it's looking? You got to use a white cloth, a white clean cloth, or a blue cloth, whatever cloth you have. Just use it. Make sure it's just clean. All right. So you got to cover that up after you get done stirring it up. You got to cover it up really good. Make sure no air get in there. So you want to close it tight and put it inside of a warm spot. And then after it has set for 35 minutes, then that's just how it looks. And now you're ready to cook. All right. I spray it with Pam spray because it helps it to fall right on off the spoon because it's so sticky that it just stick on the spoon. So see, it'll slide right on off. See? And it's frying up. I could have used some more grease because you need a lot of grease, but that's what I had. I wasn't going to the stove for no more. So you just drop them on in there after you spray it. My balls was not perfectly round, but they was good. They was cool. So I was happy with what I had. All right. So you see they drop it on in there. And then once they start to get done, they will flip themselves over. It will pop over. And that's how you know they're getting done. But you don't want to leave the heat on high. You want to just turn it down just a little bit so you don't overcook them while you still putting some in there. So you just turn it down a little bit and let them go ahead and cook themselves. Look out. See? That one just popped. It's getting ready. So it popped over. All right. See? They nice and brown. I like mine a little darker. So I'm going to let them cook a little bit. But if you like yours that color, that's fine. I just want them as a little bit more crispier. So I left them in the pot just a little bit longer. I'm sorry for the background noise. That's Osa. He steady messing with the TV. So that's him. Um, yeah, so mine's getting brown. They cooking. And as you see, look at that. They done. They're not a perfectly round ball, but doesn't matter how round they is. All that matters is they come out good and they taste good. That's all that matters. You get that pan so they can drop them down in that grease. And look at them. It was still hot, and that knife was really dull, so I should have had a better knife to cut that with. But look at that inside. Look at that. It's nicely cooked. That bread is cooked. Look at that. Yep. Nicely cooked. So, and then this is my little American twist with it. I put me a little confection sugar on there to make them taste, to give me that little sugary taste. So I put a little bit on there. Yep. Look at that. All right. So I want to thank y'all for coming and watching me make Nigerian Puff Puffs. Now, y'all probably thinking why, or how do I know how to make them, or why did I start making them? Well, I have Osa, as y'all know. Osa is half Nigerian because his father is Nigerian. So I figured that I had to start to learn how to make the food because, well, for Osa, I have to cook for him because he loves eating the Nigerian food. And so I have to do it. But thank you.